Hello Sagittarius and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This is for anyone who has a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus or Sun, or for anyone who knows someone with these placements. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Anything that you hear that may not resonate with you, that's fine. Just take what does resonate and leave the rest for whoever needs to hear it this week. I apologize for the recent trend of not uploading videos. I had to move, and then it was my fiance's birthday, and then it was Valentine's Day, and I just got my internet installed again. But we're good to go now, and I will be doing weekly uploads again from here on out. With that being said, let's get into it. So for Sagittarius this week, for pile number 1, we have the Mystic Mondays Tarot with some tiger's eye here. And for pile number 2, we have the Affirmators Tarot with a piece of Angelite. And pile number 3, we have the Everyday Witch Tarot with a piece of Moldavite. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Choose your crystal, choose your pile. You might have more than one message this week. If so, that's awesome. But go ahead and do that, and I will see you in your reading. Hello Sagittarius, for those of you who've picked pile number 1, this is your reading. Here's another view of that pretty tiger's eye. It's one of my favorite stones. Let's see what the universe has for you this week. This is a great deck. Cards are a little bit thick, so it can be a little bit difficult to shuffle, but I love the bright colors in it. Me being in Aries, I'm all about the bold, bright, in-your-face kind of things, being upfront. Alright, let's see. What does Sagittarius, group number 1 into? I'll take the first one off the top of that, but I don't think we need the other ones. Yeah, let's tuck those in the middle there. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the moon in the reverse. So you guys are figuring some stuff out today or this week. And clarity's coming your way. So we have the 2 of Cups. We have Death in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands could represent you. It could also represent someone that you know who is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Death card can also represent someone you might know who is a Scorpio, or you could have those placements strongly in your chart. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse just means that energies really aren't moving very much. And the Death card in reverse means that changes are being reversed. So you could have gotten into a situation or a relationship where things just weren't moving, things were really stagnant, it just wasn't working for you, and you decided that you're going to be walking away from these energies because they don't serve you anymore. And the 2 of Cups indicates that you have an idea of what is for your benefit. You've got an idea for what the next step should be for you, whether this is in regards to a career or a relationship. Either way, it tells me that you are getting an idea of what is right for you and you're getting ready to make that move. Let's see what else the universe has to add here. This is the Starseed Oracle deck. It's got some really great messages in it. It's one of my favorite decks. Let's see what else the universe has for Sagittarius group number 1. Okay. There's quite a few, but whatever. We have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So yeah, it kind of goes along with this, seeing that energies aren't really moving the way that you think that they should. And so you're trying to figure out what the next step is. Like, all right, this isn't really working anymore. How can I get this to move? How can I make this work? Sometimes the answer is to walk away. Sometimes the answer is to say something, speak up for yourself. There's a lot of different options here, and you're gonna get it. You got the King of Wands and the Two of Cups in the upright, so you know what you're doing. You know how to get this done. It's just a matter of doing it. We have Whale and Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So yeah, make sure that if you need to, sit there, relax, listen to your music, get that inspiration from your music if you need to. We all have that playlist that helps us to get up and moving when we need it. Maybe that's what you need, or maybe you even need the opposite playlist, something to help you relax and not be emotional or upset, or you know what you need. We have Star Ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. The answers are going to require you taking time out and really thinking about things. Things aren't moving the way that you want, and you've got two cards here talking about going deep. So you really got to get in touch with your higher self, with your inner self, and figure out what's going to work for you, what is going to get you to where you want to be. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. I have always loved Sagittarian's uniqueness. You guys are some of the most fascinating people in the entire zodiac, and that's not going to be for everybody. There's going to be people who think that you're the most amazing person on the planet. There's going to be people who are like, well, why can't you just be one of the sheep? Well, I mean, you're not. You were never meant to be. And trying to be would cause depression for the vast majority of Sagittarians. So there's no reason for you to try and fit into a box where you don't belong when you're a circle. It sucks, but people who aren't going to accept you for you, I mean, clearly they're not for you anyways. Someone who wants you to be someone else, well, why would you stick around? You deserve to have people in your life that accept you for you completely, rather than just pieces and parts. And then we have star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So yeah, you've got answers coming. Maybe you even already know them. Just make sure that you're connected with your higher self, with spirit, with God, with however you perceive the higher consciousness. And make sure that you're listening for that guidance, because it will be there and it will be guiding you, so long as you can listen and know what's going on. Because the last thing you want to do is have a repeat of a cycle. So let's get some final messages from the universe here. Get some closing remarks. Alright, wow, so we've got a bunch more astrology signs here. You could be dealing with Cancer, a Libra, or a Sagittarius, or have those strong in your chart. It says, you and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, the universe has your back. You need to do what's good for you, what's good for your family. And sometimes that means walking away, sometimes that means bringing something new into the picture. But you gotta do what's best for you. Then we have a win-win outcome as forecast. So whatever it is that you figure out, just know that it's going to benefit everyone involved. And again, I can't say it enough, like the universe has your back on this. You've got to sit down, you've got to do the thinking, you've got to do the planning, but the universe will back you up. And the plan that you're going to hatch is going to be beneficial for everybody involved. And then we have, look at the bigger picture. So when you're sitting down and really digging into the facts and figures and whatever it might be, make sure that you are also able to look at it from a third person's perspective. Try to remove yourself from the emotional situation, the emotions of the situation, and look at it as if you were going, you ask some stranger on the street, like, hey, so here's the situation, what would you do about it? And by doing that, you'll be able to gain a lot of wisdom about how, A, this situation appears to other people, B, you probably will figure out some things involving the situation that you wouldn't have thought of before, because an outsider's perspective is unique in that they're not emotionally attached to an outcome or hoping greatly for an outcome. And that can make a huge difference when you're trying to figure out an outcome that is balanced and beneficial to everybody involved. But overall here, it looks like you're putting an end to some cycles, you're getting some changes done that has been needing to get done, and it's going to be beneficial for everybody involved. So long as you can keep your connection to the higher consciousness good and tight, you'll be able to get through this, you'll get all the information you need, you'll be able to make that plan, you'll be able to follow through, and you'll be able to have that win-win outcome. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, make sure you're taking time out for you, for your family. Make sure that you've got that balance going. It's really important now. Take care of your health. But yeah, stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in next week's reading. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius. For those of you who've picked pile number 2, this is your reading. Here we have this angel quartz again. I love how it's got that rainbowy little aura about it. Without further ado, let's see what the universe has in store for you this week. Universe have for Sagittarius with number 2. Here's one. What does the universe need to say? On the bottom here, you have the Knight of Cups. You have some romance around the corner. Let's see. Lots of passion. Oh yeah, definitely. This is probably a love reading, just gonna say. If you weren't in it for a love reading, well, don't know what to tell you, but this is pretty lovey-dovey. Hot and heavy kind of stuff here. So you've got the Knight of Cups, which is all about that knight in shining armor coming to sweep you off your feet. Maybe you're doing the one sweeping. But we have the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Hermit. And we have the Page of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, Aries, Sag, Leo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. And you could be dealing with a water sign, which would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is going to be a passionate, lovey-dovey kind of week. It's going to be fantastic, full of love, full of passion, full of that soul deep sigh, the emotional fulfillment, and quite possibly with the Hermit just not leaving the house, having some couple time, I'll put it like that. It's going to be great though. It's going to be exactly what the doctor prescribed for you to be able to reset, have a good time, and come back to the daily grind with a new perspective and refreshed energy. And this is the Starseed Oracle deck here, and this is one of my favorite decks. It's got some really great sayings and things in it. We're going to see what else the universe has to add here. It's pretty cut and dry. I mean, judging by the cards I'm seeing, it's just that you're going to lock yourself away in your house, and or maybe even on vacation, and just, you know, have a lot of personal time with your loved one, with your partner. It's going to be fun. Fire signs do tend to have a pretty high drive. Me being a fire sign as well. For sure, I can testify to that. Just make sure that you're getting up to eat. Make sure you're healthy. Get some extra advice here, some additional things. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Camping for a week and having some outdoor fun maybe. Whatever it is, you're going to not be around a lot of people this week. The Hermit says, no, it's time for you to just go on a little staycation, vacation, whatever it is, and practice that bonding with your partner. And then we have Starkeeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So that's another indicator that you could be going camping this week. If, at least if you're in a warmer place. Anywhere in the south where snow isn't too common is a great place to camp. Unless you're camping in the snow. I mean, I know that there are some people who do that. Some outdoor, some hiking. Sagittarius is just a huge outdoor person. That's how you guys recharge. So Outdoors with your loved one spells exactly what you need to feel like a human being again. Then we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, it sounds like a really good experience to me to be able to just go out with your loved one and work on your bond and strengthen your bonds and work on your relationship, strengthening your relationship and getting out in nature so you guys can just, this is just like the best possible way for Sagittarius to recharge. So let's see. Again, I feel kind of like a broken record here. It's just going to be a fantastic week. Let's get some final messages here from the universe. You guys are going to have a really good time this week. That's for absolute sure. Like, there's no way to look to see it in any other light. It's a lot of love time. Okay, let's see what else universe has for Sagittarius. Group number 2. Sagittarius, group number 2. So with these cards, you could be dealing with a Virgo. Yeah, there's Virgo indicated twice here. So, or Gemini also. It says the answers you need are coming. It says nothing will come of this situation, and I'll explain this one. It's not quite what you think. It's not as straightforward a card as you would expect. And it says you are good enough. So with these three, what I'm saying here is, because with the nothing that will come of this situation, a lot of times it indicates your own fears, your own self-sabotaging thoughts. It's saying, look, nothing's going to come of you thinking bad. Nothing's going to come of you sitting here and stressing out about things when your attention should be elsewhere, that kind of thing. And with the three of these together, it makes me think that maybe your relationship has been a little bit on the rocks. Maybe you've been kind of concerned if they're still into you. Maybe you've been really busy and you're concerned that they're seeking attention elsewhere, that kind of thing. But it's saying here that you really don't need to worry about that. You know, there's nothing like that going on here. The answers that you need are coming. It means that this week when you go out with your partner and do this kind of healing thing, this adventure, trying to figure out and rekindle the romance or whatever it is you're trying to do, that you're going to get all your answers and you're going to find out that all of your worries were for nothing, and that you are still just as in love with each other as you ever were, maybe even more so, and that loyalty is always strong and that your relationship is just solid. Like, you're good to go. You've got nothing to worry about. And the universe is here to back you up and say, yeah, you know, go do this relationship strengthening thing. get those answers so that you can come back to everyday life with more confidence and energy and be rejuvenated. That's all I have for you this week. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. It looks like you're definitely putting that as a priority this week, which is awesome. Make sure that you're staying healthy. Make sure you're eating healthy, getting your exercise, drinking water, all that stuff that we're supposed to be doing. Stay safe. Have some confidence. You can do this. Be blessed. And I will see you in next week's reading. Bye. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome. For those of you who've chosen pile number 3, this is your reading. And this is the Everyday Witch Tarot with this little piece of Moldavite here, and I love this little piece because it's got this little crook here, and it's just perfect to fit my finger in. Feels good to just rest my finger in, almost like a worry stone. So with that, let's see what the universe has for you this week. These cards are slippery. This way, since they keep trying to. There we go. Alright, let's see. What does Sagittarius group number 3 need to know this week? Feeling kind of stuck. We have the Hanged Man. Feeling kind of stuck in the situation is a thing that you did to yourself. Let's see. We have 8 of Swords. We have the Empress. We have Strength. We have the Tower. And we have Temperance. Wow. Alright, so we have here, let's see, Taurus or Libra. We have Leo. And we have Sagittarius showing up here. So you might have that strong in your chart, or you're dealing with someone with those signs in their chart. But it looks like you kind of bit off more than you could chew. And now you're trying to find a way out. You thought it was a good thing, and then the foundation kind of crumbled underneath you, and you're like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted. Let's make our exit now. And the cards, the universe are trying to remind you here that you've got the strength and you've got the manifestation abilities to be able to do this. You just need to have the courage to stand up for yourself and say, no, this is not what I wanted, and it's time for me to bow out. It could take some patience, it could take some planning, it's definitely some perseverance and some determination, but the universe is saying you can do this. You've got options, and you just got to open your eyes and see this situation for what it is, and see that even if you choose not to choose, it's still a choice. And there's always options. Always. And if you're having a hard time finding an option, what you can do is think about it like you're asking try to look at it from an outsider's perspective. So think about it in a way of, if you were to walk up to a stranger on the street and the stranger was telling you about your situation, what would you say to them? Or what do you think that they would say to you as advice to try and help your situation to get you through this? So we will use the Star Seed Oracle deck to see what other messages the universe has for you today, for this week. We have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, community. Yeah, you're not alone. There's always options. There's always people who are willing to help you out. You just need to reach out. You need to be willing to accept that help and not repeat these mistakes again. It says, we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So with that mixed with the Empress here, I could see that some of you will be having babies this week or have just had babies. And you're feeling a little overwhelmed. It's like, oh, well, you know, I thought I wanted a baby, but this is a lot of work and I feel like I'm mentally breaking down here. What the hell am I supposed to be doing about this? There's people, there's loved ones around who are willing to help out. You just need to reach out and you have to be honest and be like, look, this is really hard. Can you come and watch the baby for like 6 hours so that I can sleep and actually recover my mental health? You know, there's a lot of people who are going to be willing to do that for you. You just have to be willing to do it yourself. And then we have the 7 Star Sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. Yeah, so there's more about birth here. So those of you who are having families or birth, just know that you're not alone, as it says, that, you know, a lot of new parents go through this and it will get better. But the same can also be said for if you just started up a new business. You know, that's a kind of birthing a new business, and all of a sudden you feel like you're being swamped, you're not quite sure what to do or where to go, who can help. Just reach out. You know, who's been talking to you about your business, who's been interested in what you're doing. Reach out to them, ask them for advice, see what they have to say. You're never alone. There's always options. There's always people willing to help. You just have to be willing to take that blindfold off and ask for help. Look around, see who's there. And finally, we have Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah. The only thing freaking out is going to do is make the situation worse. So do your best to stay calm. Listen to music, meditate, do what you need to do to stay calm, stay grounded, so that you can think about things clearly. And like I said, don't be afraid to think of things in a third person perspective. Try and think of what a stranger would say to you for advice. Figure out who can actually be reached out to and counted on. You know, maybe this is the time when you get to find out who's your real friends and who aren't. Because a real friend is going to be there for you and do their best to give you advice and assistance when you need it. Where fake friends only want you or only want to be around you when there's nothing wrong. or only want to be around you when they have something going on. So let's get some final messages here from Spirit. See what final things the universe wants to add. Alright, what final messages do we have for Sagittarius group number 3? Sagittarius group number 3. So it says communication is key. That's what I've been saying here. Like, you gotta be honest. You gotta speak up if you're having a hard time, and let the people who can help. It's time to delegate some of those responsibilities so that you don't have to feel like you're drowning anymore. People are willing to help. You just gotta speak up. It says your hard work is paying off. You're seeing results. You can see the changes that you're making. But there's no reason for you to suffer here when people are willing to help or willing to step up. You're doing a great job in whatever it is that you're doing, but you don't have to drown. You don't have to be the only one to carry this. It says have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Remember why you started doing this in the first place. If it's something that you can get a picture of, then make a picture of it and post it somewhere where you can see it and have it remind you of why you're doing this. If it's an idea, then write it down. Make sure that you read it regularly so that you remember why you're doing this. A lot of people who have lofty goals end up quitting because they lose sight of their end goal. They lose sight of what they're trying to do because the problems that come up are they're so distracting, and so they lose sight of what they're trying to do, and then they just give up. So you need to make sure that that's not going to happen to you. What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to raise a happy family? Are you trying to get a business going? Are you trying to see where this relationship is headed? Like, you've got to actually remember why you're starting this, what you're doing, what your goals are, because that makes the everyday problems a lot easier to deal with. Anyway, that's all I have for you for this week. Just remember to take care of yourself. Take some time out if you can, if you need to. Your own health is priority because you're not going to do anyone any good if you end up sick and unable to do anything for a while. Stay safe, be blessed. I will see you in next week's video. Bye.